For a while lang po, we're just recording this meeting lang po. Thank you po. And so again, good morning po again everyone, and welcome to the 66th online meeting of the DACT Back 1 today, December 2, 2025. And please be reminded that this meeting is being recorded for the documentation purposes. And for the information of everyone, to promote transparency pursuant to Section 38 of RA 12009, a copy of this recording will be uploaded on the DACT official YouTube channel. And please do visit the Department of ICT Philippines in YouTube. Thank you. And we would like to acknowledge the presence of our quorum, starting with the provisional member and user, Mr. Angel B. Sobrepeña III, regular member, Director Dennis E. Morales, and this meeting is being presided over by the Vice Chairperson, Director Mina Lindsay Peralta. With that, the Back Secretariat confirms the presence of our quorum for today's meeting. Madam Vice Chair, with your permission po, we will now present the agenda.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Presented on the screen is the sole agenda for this meeting. We have a private conference of procurement of hardware for AI with the approved budget of the contract amounting to 10,500,000 pesos. And again, the end user of this project is Mr. Angel Sobrepeña III. With that, may we request the approval of the back members on the presented agenda, please.
Motion to approve today's agenda, Madam Vice Chair.
I second the motion from Madam Vice Chair.
With that, the agenda is approved.
And before we proceed po on the details of the project, Madam Vice Chair, we would like to ask for your permission to admit or accept the other participants and the prospective leader to join this meeting po.
Yes, please let them in. Thank you.
Madam Vice Chair, All the prospective bidders po already joined po in the meeting room. We will now proceed po on the presentation of the details for this project. We will call on po Ms. Cheryl po to present and discuss the details of this project. Thank you po.
Please proceed. Thank you.
Good morning, the ICT members, sharing representative. Again, good morning, staff members, as well as the Black Secretary staff. Presenting here with is the um, procurement of hardware for AI. We read the conference. As it is discussed earlier, the DICT now invites bids for the project. This with bid reference number DICT that 2025-132. Project name, it's the procurement of hardware for AI, and the approved project is amounting to 10,500,000. And let's discuss the project. The invitation to bid for the project was posted on November 24 on the following website: MPhilJet's website, the ICT website, the procurement website, as well as the ICT bulletin board. And then invitation to observers for the credit conference were set on November 26 to the following: the Commissioning College, Chief Information Officer for Foundation Inc., Institute of Electronics Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated, as well as the Philippine Scientific Society. The traditional member or end-user representative to the DSP backward over the project is the division chief Angel B. of the Premier Deferred. That we have 3 prospective bidders for this project. The prospective bidders which registered for today's blended conference are Consumatum Inc., Spec Co. Incorporated, as well as IT Avenue and Single Contact. The point of discussion of blended conference, that of the project details or house rules, schedule of activities, instruction to bidders, checklist of technical and financial documents, Discussion of the two envelope system, as well as the proper sealing and marking, bid data sheet, technical specifications, forms, post-qualification documents, as well as reminders to bidders for the project. House rules, let's discuss. Everyone is encouraged to make clarifications, identify the name and the company before raising questions. Limit questions to details of the procurement at hand. Instruction to bidders, discussion of corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, and coercive practices. The procuring entities, as well as the bidders and suppliers, shall observe the highest standard of ethics during the procurement and execution of the contract. They or those to an agent shall not engage in corrupt, fraudulent, collusive, coercive, and obstructive practices defined under RA for executing the project. Conflict of interest. All bidders found to have conflicting interests shall be disqualified to participate in the procurement at hand without proper prejudice to the imposition of appropriate administrative, civil, and criminal sanctions. In addition to the statement of conflict interest, all bidding documents shall be accompanied by an omnibus sworn statement of the bidder that it is not related by consanguinity or by affinity up to the third level to the host procurement agent. In case of it is included, the head of the project management office or the PMO, the end user or the implementing unit, or any members of the bids and awards committee, the technical working group, and the back secretariat. The bidder shall also disclose the ultimate beneficial ownership of an entity. Thus, failure to comply shall be a ground for the automatic disqualification of the bid in consonance with Section 59 of the IRR. Discussion of eligible bidders. Letter A. Only bids of bidders found to be legally and technically and financially capable will be evaluated. Letter B. Foreign ownership limited to those who under the rules may participate in this project. C. GOCP may be eligible to participate only if they can establish that they A. Are legally and financially autonomous, B. Operate under commercial law, and C. Are not attached agencies of the procuring entity. Letter D. The bidder must have completed within a period of 10 years from the submission of bid unless a shorter bid indicated in the invitation to bid and BDS, bid data sheet, a single largest completed contract that is similar to the procurement project to be bid and whose value must be equivalent to or at least 50% of the ADC adjusted to the current prices using the Philippine Statistics Authority's consumer prices indices. Okay, let's discuss it's about procurement of hardware for AI. Next, F. The bidder must submit a computation of its net financial contracting capacity and equity, which must be at least equal to the EBT to the bid. And thus, prohibition on subcontracting is not allowed. Another instruction to bidders, clarifications and amendment of the bidding document let me pause for a while. proceeding by discussing the language of bid, the eligibility requirements or statement, the bids and all other documents to be submitted to the bank must be in English. If the eligibility requirements or statement, the bids and all other documents submitted to the bank are in foreign language other than the English, it must be accompanied by a translation of the document in English. For contracting parties to the apostille convention, the documents shall be authenticated to an apostille by the competent authority as defined in 20.9.2 of the ARR, except for countries identified by the DFA that will still require legalization, or the red ribbon by the relevant embassy or consulate. Checklist of technical and financial documents. 1. Technical component and envelope 1. Research certificate of registration, platinum membership. 2. Statement of the delivery single largest completed contract SLC, similar to the contract to be bid except on the conditions provided for in section 552.4.1.3 of IRR of the RA 2009 with the relevant period provided in the bid document. Any of the following documents will be submitted with the statement of single largest completed contract. A, end user's acceptance, B, specialty, and C, built invoice for the contract. Number 3, and receipts or computation of or committed line of credit or statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not, similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. By, if applicable, or joint venture JDA, or in the absence of a JDA, availing of the right to perform from potential JDA, keeping the period and abide by the provisions of the JDA in the event of the bid is successful. 6. Original copy of debt security, if in the form of surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or an original copy of the notarized bid securing declaration. There's a note there. Bidders will opt to submit a bid securing declaration as a form of bid security, or required to use the bid securing declaration form in the attached bidding document. 7. Schedule of requirements. Technical specification, which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, or after-sales service report, if applicable. 9. Original duty signed omnibus sworn statement or OSS. And if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officers to sign the OSS to act with the percentage bidder. And now, class number 10, for foreign bidders claiming eligibility violation of their contract extension of reciprocal rights to Philippines certification from a relevant government office of their country, stating that Philippines are allowed to participate in their government procurement activities for Philippine item or project. Discussion of financial documents envelope. 1. Original duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. 2. Original duly signed and accomplished price schedule. Number 3. Certification from the DCI, preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. Bid and payment currency. Payment of the contract price shall be in Philippine peso. Bid price is of the proper form for goods offered from within the Philippines or goods offered from abroad, indicating the price state. Bid validity. Bid validity. Bid shall remain valid for the period specified in the bid data sheet, which shall not exceed 120 calendar from the date of the agreement. Bid security. All bids must be accompanied by bid security in any of the acceptable forms in the not stated in the bid. Format and signing of rate, bidders shall authorize Bidders shall submit their bids to their duly authorized representative using appropriate forms decided by the written bidding document and related forms on or before the deadline specified in the ICD Clause 19 in two separate fields. Format and signing of bid forms was mentioned in ICD Clause 17 without any alteration to their format. Thus, no substitute form shall be accepted. Each and every page of the bid form, including the price schedule under Section 8, shall be signed by the duly authorized representative. Failure to do so shall be the ground for the rejection of the bid. Any insertions, erasures, or overwriting shall be valid if they are signed or initialed by the duly authorized representatives of the bid. Discussion. You can see there's a main technical component, financial component, technical component, original copy, technical component, duplicate copy, and technical component, duplicate copy as the financial component 1, or we're discussing the original copy. The second, or the duplicate copy, financial component, the duplicate copy. Sealing of marks, sealing and marking of bids. 2, attached to the DACT from the name of the bidder should be written in capital letters or big letters. Evidence, added from the bidder in capital letters or bold cap letters. Project procurement of hardware for AI with the reference number in the ICT Back 25.22. Then, please in capital letters and in bold letters kindly indicate the phrase "do not often" before December 16 at 12. Each bidder should submit 1 original copy and 2 copies of the required documents. Deadline for the submission of bids is on December 16 at 12 noon. Opening of bid is December 16 for 30 p.m. Bid evaluation, reminding bidders to kindly break down all the costs of access pursuant to 61.2.2 of IRR of RA 1209, to which all bidders shall be required to include the cost of all factors, such as but not limited to value added, income tax, local taxes, and other fiscal levies to show the itemized in the bid form and reflected in the details, especially for the basis or the valuation and comparison. The manner of opening of bids for a year shall depend on the outcome of LCR and merge the batch opening of technical financial proposal on the same day. Contracts similar to the project have been procurement of hardware for AI and it must be completed in years prior to the deadline for the submission in the future of bid. So let's bid data sheet. The bid security shall be in the form of bid securing declaration and of the following forms amount and amounts. Amount is 525,000 in the form of bid security, cash, share, manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit or and surety bond. Post qualification document. The bidder within 5 calendar days from the receipt of notice from the batch that is submitted, the LTD need or batch should submit all the eligibility documents supporting the exclude the certificate of registration that is its income. Transfer for the proceeding quarter is earlier than 2 quarters from the date of submission of bid and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the sheet. Or schedule of requirements that for specification. With form, price schedule for goods offered abroad, price schedule for goods offered within the Philippines with security declaration, report statement, and performance security declaration. You can see there is a little form. Price schedule of goods, with security declaration, omnibus one statement for and schedule of activities, schedule of requirements. Reminders to bidders. The clock at the DICT lobby using the press standard time official reference during submission of bid. A member of the DAC secretary will be assigned to receive the bid document with the DICT lobby stamp and receipt. Leaders are reminded that entry into the DICT affected the safety protocol is that bidding documents or prior to the submission of actual bid. Presence in the DICT is not constitute submission on time. It shall refer to the actual handover of the bid proposal with authorized personnel of the tax. Request for clarification should be formalized and emailed to the tax secretariat and tax secretariat at DICT.gov.ph. Deadline for the request for clarification is on December 6th at 4 p.m. Copies of supplemental bulletin, if any, shall be posted at the DICT's website, the ICT website, the bulletin board, as well as the DICT. Common process of ineligibility and disqualification. Invalid field of certification underlying support documents pursuant to Section 22.2.9.1 of RA 409 that all class eligibility documents indicated in the Annex A of the field of registration certificate it must be current, valid, and dated at the time of the bid submission. Thus, the failure by the prospective bidders of this certificate is updated to eligibility. So, we put in the until such time that all the expired Class A eligibility documents have been updated. Thus, prospective bidders are required to update their field of registration certificate prior to the submission of their bid. Failing to attest the required supporting documents for this business the largest completed contract, similar to the prior to the bid and failure to fulfill all mandatory conditions. Submission of an unassigned document, submission of audited financial statement without stamp, received the DIR. If an ASS is filed and paid through electronic filing, payment system, or refund, for the stamp received of the DIR, then the bidders must submit their proof of ASS submission, some of this year confirmation of return, documents with its filing reference number and transaction code. Failing to submit the bid securing declaration, the prescribed format as attached in the bidding document. Failing to submit bid securing declaration or response statement without assurance is required in the form provided in the bidding documents pursuant to the listed rules of Notarial Practice Act. Failure to indicate compliance with the technical specification and proof attached of compliance is applicable. For submission of bids through courier service, bidders are reminded that the courier service personnel must submit the bid proposal to a personnel of the Secretariat division at the office address provided. The bid submission proposal left by the courier service personnel of the lobby regard to any other personnel or staff from the authorized tax personnel will not be considered as submitted for the purposes of the bid opening. The responsibility to ensure that the courier service personnel submit the proposal to the authorized tax personnel is the sole responsibility of the prospective bidder. Let's have the e-proc video guide for bidders.
Accessing the e-procurement website. Open any web browser and go the https://eprocurement.dict.gov.ph. Click the Sign Up button. Provide a valid email address. Create a password with at least 8 alphanumeric characters, 1 uppercase, a number, and a symbol. Repeat your password for confirmation. Tick the checkbox to agree to the terms and conditions, and click Create Account button. Open the email account that you provided during registration. Check your inbox and verify your account by following the instructions in the email. Click Activate Your Account button. Go back to the e-procurement system and enter your registered email address and password. Click Login button, and you will be redirected to the onboarding page. Input your personal information and click Next button. Input your company information and click Next button. Review the information you provided and click Confirm button. Once onboarded, you will be redirected to the homepage/dashboard. Select the procurement project you wish to participate in by clicking the View Complete Details button. Select the lot you wish to participate and click Participate in Bidding button. A confirmation modal will appear. Review the details, click the Confirm button, and you will be redirected to the payment window. Select your preferred payment method from the list and click Pay Now button. Print and save the receipt as proof of payment and for reference. You may also check your email to view your receipt. Click the Go Back to Merchant button. You will be redirected to the My Transactions page, where a list of your transactions will be displayed.
Okay, then let's discuss technical specification.
Madam Vice Chair, in regards po sa technical specification, may we respectfully seek your guidance po on whether to proceed with the detailed reading of the technical specification or to dispense with it po and proceed to the question and answer for this project po.
Can we read out the technical specifications, please? Thank you.
Noted po, Madam Vice Chair. May we request po the representative from the end user to present and discuss the technical specification for this project po.
Good morning po. Good morning po, Madam Vice Chair. Permission to share screen. Title of the project is Procurement of Hardware for AI. For high-performance workstation, 2 units, quantity 2, processor minimum 24 core, latest generation, capable of up to 6 GHz turbo frequency, memory at least 32 GB DDR5 RAM expandable, storage minimum 1 TB NVMe Gen 4 SSD, graphics dedicated GPU with at least 16 GB GDDR6 VRAM, DirectX 12 Ultimate support. Operating system license 64-bit professional edition, expansion PCIe 4.0 slots, multiple USB Type-C and USB 3x ports. Form factor tower chassis with optimized airflow and cooling system. 1-year warranty. Professional UHD monitor, 27 inches, 20 units, quantity 20 units, screen size 27-inch diagonal, resolution 3840 by 2160, UHD 4K, panel type IPS or equivalent with greater or equal to 99% sRGB color accuracy, refresh rate minimum 60 Hz, design slim bezel, BESA mount compatible, connectivity masupport display port, HDMI and USB-C, 1-year warranty. Certified HDMI 2.1 cables, 20 units, standard HDMI 2.1 compliant, performance, support 4K at 60 Hz, HDR, HDCP 2.3. Construction, shielded gold-plated connectors, 1-year warranty. Articulating monitor arms, 10 units. Adjustability, tilt, swivel, height adjustment. Capacity, supports up to 9 kilograms. 27-inch BESA monitors. Material, steel or aluminum, 1-year warranty. USB-powered desk lamps, 10 units. Power source, USB. Lighting, LED, adjustable brightness levels. Form factor, designed for dual monitor setups, 1-year warranty. Professional laptop, 14-inch, 10 units. Processor, minimum 14-core CPU, integrated GPU with greater or equal to 20 cores or equivalent. Memory, at least 24 gigabyte unified or shared memory. Storage, minimum 512 gigabyte SSD. Display, 14-inch high-resolution display with HDR support. Operating system, latest licensed OS, Mac OS or equivalent. Connectivity, minimum 3 times Thunderbolt 4, HDMI, SD card reader, Wi-Fi 6E, 1-year warranty. Wired mechanical keyboard, layout full size with numeric keypad, switches, mechanical switches rated to greater or equal to 50 million keystrokes. Features, dedicated media keys, customizable lighting, connectivity, wired USB, 1-year warranty. Ergonomic wireless mouse, 10 units, interface, Bluetooth 5.0 and or 2.4 GHz USB receiver. Buttons, at least 7 programmable buttons. Sensor or DPI, adjustable up to 8,000 DPI. Design, ergonomic with adaptive scroll wheel. Battery, rechargeable with USB-C fast charging. 1-year warranty. Factory terminated patch cords, 20 units. Type Cat6 or Cat6A. Length as required, minimum 1 meter. Compliance, TIA/EIA 568 standards, 1-year warranty. Docking station, 10 units. Video support, dual 4K at 6 output. Power delivery, minimum 90 watts charging capability. Connectivity, multiple USB 3.x Ethernet, 1 GBE or higher audio input-output. Compatibility, must support both Windows and Mac OS, 1-year warranty. High-performance ARE server, 1 unit. Processor, 64-core enterprise-grade CPU. Memory, minimum 512 GB DDR5 ECC RAM. GPU, at least 4 GPUs with 48 GB VRAM each. CUDA/OpenCL support. Storage, OS minimum 1.92 terabyte NVMe SSD in RAID 1. Data minimum 4 times 3.84 terabyte NVMe SSD in RAID 10. Networking, dual 25 GBE interfaces, SFP28. Power, redundant 2.0 to 2.4 kilowatt platinum rated PSU. Cooling, front to back airflow for rack integration, 1-year warranty. Enterprise rack server, 1 unit. Processor, minimum 24 cores enterprise grade CPU. Memory, at least 256 GB DDR4 ECC RAM. Storage, OS minimum 1.92 terabyte NVMe SSD in RAID 1. Data minimum 2 times 3.84 terabyte NVMe SSD in RAID 1. Networking, dual 25 GBE interfaces. Form factor, 1U rack mount with PCIe Gen 4 expansion, 1-year warranty. 24U standard server rack, 1 unit. Rack size, 24U capacity, 19-inch standard. Features, adjustable rails and cable management, integrated cooling fans. Security, lockable doors, surge protection. Compliance, ANSI/EIA-310-E standard or equivalent, 1-year warranty. 85-inch UHD Smart TV, 1 unit. Screen size, 85-inch diagonal. Resolution, 3840 by 2160 UHD. Brightness, greater or equal to 350 nits. Inputs HDMI 2.1 DisplayPort, coating anti-glare treatment. 1-year warranty. 12-view data rack 1 unit. Rack size 12-view 19-inch standard. Accessories includes rails, cage nuts and screws. Material heavy-duty steel, powder-coated finish. 1-year warranty. Cable management kit 1 set. Components Velcro strap, trunking, trace. Function for cable bundling and routing. 1-year warranty. Bidder's qualification. Bidder must have a valid PhilJEPS Platinum membership. Knowledge transfer must include a knowledge transfer session for at least 20 personnel covering the operation and administration of the equipment. The knowledge transfer shall be conducted within 7 calendar days after delivery and shall have a minimum duration of 16 hours. Warranty security. A warranty security shall be required from the contract awardee for a period of at least 1 year after the acceptance of the delivered supplies by the procuring entity. This is to assure that manufacturing shall be corrected by the supplier. The obligation for the warranty shall be covered by either retention money or a special bank guarantee equivalent to 5% of the total contract price. The said amount shall only be released after the lapse of the warranty period, provided, however, that the supplies delivered are free from patent and latent defects and all the conditions imposed under the contract have been fully met. System support, 24/7/365, technical support via portal, email, and phone. Hardware replacement services, support response time for critical activities, maximum of 1 hour from report of concern. Regular support response time, maximum of 1 hour from report of concern. On-premise support should be at no cost to the ICT. Acceptance criteria and process or specifications of the items to be provided by the supplier must comply with the minimum requirements under Section 4 of these terms. The end user shall have the right to reject and return the units and cancel the corresponding contract if units delivered are defective, incomplete, or non-compliant with the specifications herein specified. For the user acceptance testing, upon delivery, an inspection team will conduct inspection of the delivered equipment. The inspection team must ensure that all delivered equipment are brand new and in good working condition. Specifications must be equal or higher to the user's minimum technical specifications enumerated in the technical specifications. All parts and accessories are complete, including the manuals. All ICT equipment are subjected to the 24-hour stress test for CPU burn-in temperature and stability testing. The supplier shall replace any defective goods or parts thereof without cost to the procuring entity. Liquidated damages. The liquidated damages shall be at least equal to 1/10 of 1% of the cost of the unperformed portion for every day of the. Once the cumulative amount of liquidated damages reaches 10% of the amount of the contract, the procuring entity may rescind or terminate the contract without prejudice to other courses of action and remedies available under the circumstances. Single largest completed contract. The bidder must have a single largest completed contract that is similar to the project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC completed within the last 3 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Similar projects shall be defined as supply and delivery of any ICT equipment or hardware. Delivery period. The procurement of infrastructure for internal systems shall be made within 90 calendar days upon receipt of notice to proceed in the Department of Information and Communication Technology, Central Office, Studio 7. Payment terms. Full payment shall be made upon complete delivery, configuration, inspection, and issuance of certificate of final acceptance and submission of payment documents for procurement of hardware for AI, subject to accounting rules and regulations. That's all po, Madam Vice Chair.
Madam Vice Chair, the floor is now open. If the bidders have question or clarification with regards to the presented technical specification for this project po. And we will call you one by one po. And once called, kindly introduce yourself and mention the company you represent po. Any questions po? Madam Vice Chair, I think wala pong, ayan. Yes, for your acknowledge po, Consumatum Incorporated. Kindly introduce your name po and your company you represent. Thank you.
Hello po, good morning. I'm Mr. Gilead Solis po from Consumatum Inc. Clarify ko lang po yung doon sa page 82, number 11 regarding po sa warranty security, yung doon sa retention po. Ang nakalagay po kasi is 5%. So would it be possible po na maging 2% lang po yung yung retention?
May we request po the end user to respond po on the clarification.
For the retention, you suggested 2%.
Yes po, apo.
We will review po and we will reply via SBD po. Thank you.
Okay po. Sige po. Sige po. Thank you po, sir. And also po, doon pa rin sa page 82, yung sa number 12 naman, sa 5.2, yung nakalagay po na System Support Hardware Replacement Services. Meron po, kung possible po na ma-specify kung anong klaseng mga hardware replacement po yan, yung i-replace. Ibig sabihin po ba, lahat po ba, ganun, or meron mong specific lang po?
For the hardware replacement, all hardware in the project should have hardware replacement services.
Apo. So, kumbaga lahat po ng parts po ba, sir? Ganon?
Actually, yung yung example, if laptop po, you could
Apo.
replace the laptop.
Okay. Ibig sabihin, the actual unit po, sir?
Yes po.
Okay po. Sige po. Okay po. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Yes po, Ms. Jessler. Your acknowledge po.
Good morning po. Jessler po. Jessler Luman from Westec po. Sa concern po for technical specification, section 7 po. Sa for high performance workstation, 2 units. For for the memory po, at least 32 DDR5 RAM, expandable. So,
the minimum is 32 gigabyte DDR5, but since it's indicated that it should be expandable, it should have a additional slot that we could put additional RAM.
Captured. For this slot, sir, ilan po ba yung tinitingnan natin? Is it for slot?
Any number of slots, there should be at least one slot.
Noted,
I
sir.
mean, there should be an extra one slot for it to be expandable.
Okay, sir. So meaning, sir, if possible to scale up or expand to 64 at least, yun po yung maximum, or wala po ba kayong
At least lang po, we could put another RAM in case.
Okay, sir.
We'll review and have more details sa SBB po.
Sir. And then, sir, clarification lang, sir. This 32, sir, no, for the memory, is it one stick po or a combination of 16? Possible po ba ganun? Dalawang 16, sir.
It could be a combination, basta lang may extra slot.
Copy, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. For the technical support po, uh, for the system support po, for item number 12, 24/7 by 365 po via portal. This is for ticketing po. Any case po may concern po from the ICT side po. Ganun po ba? And you can raise concerns.
For what number po, sir?
Ito po, for system support po sa, yan po, for 24/7, 365 po, technical
Yes.
support. Particular po kayo for ticketing po.
Yes.
Any raise concern po, dito po kayo maglalag po. Ganun po ba?
Yes, in case we have concerns or we need technical support, you should be reachable 24/7 by 365 po.
So if ever, sir, confirm ko lang, sir, no? For any concern or related concern po sa mga dinideliver na hardware po. So from side of DXCT na mag-log po ba dito sa portal from supplier or email can do po or any phone call?
DICT should be able to log in on its portal, email, phone po.
Copy, sir. I think yun lang naman, sir, yung concern ko po from our end. Thank you, sir, for clarification. Thank you po.
Any other questions pa po? Madam Vice Chair, I think there's no other question po from the prospective leader. The back members po ba have a question or clarification on this project po? Any other questions po from the back members?
None from my end.
Dear Mina, nagsasalita po kayo. Wala po kasi kaming naririnig. Yes po, sir. Your acknowledge po. Yes po, from Consumatum Incorporated. Yes po. Please introduce your name po and the company you represent. Thank you po.
Yes po, ma'am, Mr. Gilead Solis again po from Consumatum Inc. Tanong ko lang din pala ma'am, kung sakali po na in the following days may makita pa kaming possible questions or concerns dito po sa bid docs, can we still email your office po?
Yes po, until December 6 po. And we will
December
reiterate
6,
po
okay.
yung reminders for the deadline for clarification po.
Okay po, sige po. Thank you very much po.
Madam Vice Chair, I think the back members po, wala na po silang questions. We will now proceed po on the reiteration of the leaders' reminders po. So again po, reminders to bidders, requests for clarification should be formalized, addressed, and emailed to the BAC Secretariat, back@dact.gov.ph and back.secretariat@dact.gov.ph. The deadline for the clarification is on December 6 at 4 p.m. and the copies of supplemental bid bulletin, if any, shall be posted at PhilGEP's website, the DICT website, and the ACT Bulletin Board. That would be all po from the back secretariat, Madam Vice Chair. You may now conclude this meeting po.
Motion to adjourn, Madam Vice Chair.
I second the motion po, Madam Vice Chair.
I think, Madam Vice Chair, you have a technical difficulties. In your behalf po, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.